Hi everyone, I'm Jo from Country Girl Designs. Welcome back to my channel. In this short video, I'm going to show you how to make a crossbody strap. Now, ordinarily with crossbody straps, they have a folded over section on the end and they have some raw edges or a lot of bulk to sew through. So quite often in my patterns, I like to use these metal strap ends just to hide the raw edges. But I decided it was time to come up with a strap design that didn't require raw edges and didn't require a whole lot of bulk. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this strap, which, as you can see, doesn't have a fold over edge on the end. The swivel clasp is just inside the strap. So that's a really nice finish, I think. I really like it like that. And on the other end, we have got a fold over, but there's no raw edges and it's not bulky at all. My domestic sewing machine had no problem going through this at all, and I was using a size 75 needle. So in this tutorial, I'm going to use some foam offcuts for the center of the strap. This is totally optional, and in fact, if it's your first strap, I wouldn't recommend it because it does make it slightly harder to sew. It makes it harder to match up the edges with a nice neat finish, and you just need to make sure that it's centered all of the time so it's not poking out the edge. It can be a little bit more difficult. So if it's your first time making a strap, just go ahead without the foam. It's absolutely fine without it, but if you are a little bit more experienced and you want to try the foam, it gives it like a bit more of a sturdy, spongy sort of feel to it. So it's quite nice. If you've got any questions at all about this tutorial, just drop them in the comments below, but thanks for watching and I hope you enjoy it. So for your fabrics, you're going to want something like cotton or canvas. You want 2 pieces of this, which are 2 inches wide and 31 inches long each. You're also going to want some cork or vinyl or leather or something like that. This again is going to be 2 inches wide and it's 54 inches long. So most corks and vinyls come in a 55-inch width. So even if you only buy 1/4 of a metre or 1/2 a metre, you're going to end up with a 55-inch width. So if you cut a 54-inch piece out of that, you should be fine. You're also going to need 2 swivel clasps, which are 1-inch swivel clasps, and a 1-inch slider. So my fabrics aren't too thick once they're combined, so I'm using a standard slider. If you've got really thick fabrics, then you're going to want to use a wide mouth slider, which has more space on either side of this middle bar. If you want to have a nice spongy strap as well, you can cut some foam scraps up. So these are just some leftover pieces I had. I've cut them at 5/8 of an inch wide, and what I'm going to do is join them together and put them into the center of the strap, but that's totally optional. So the first thing I'm going to do is join my 2 cotton pieces together. So I'm going to put them right sides together on the corner. And you'll notice that both of my pieces are already interfaced with a woven interfacing. So you can use a woven interfacing or a non-woven interfacing. Both will work absolutely fine. And it's just to take the stretch out of it and give it that little bit more stability to the fabric. So I'm going to mark a line from this corner here to the corner where these 2 meet over here. And now I'm just going to sew across this line. I'm going to be using about a 2.5mm stitch length, and make sure that you backstitch well at the beginning and end. So I've sewn that into place. Now I'm just going to trim this seam allowance down a bit. And I'm going to press this seam open. So grab your iron. And you just want to push this open. So the next thing I need to do is mark this down the entire length of the center. So I'm going to mark it halfway, which is 1 inch. And you just want to do this down the entire length of the strap. Okay, so if you made a strap before, you're going to know what we're doing here. We're just going to fold the long edges into that centre mark. Leave your short edges raw. We'll sort those out later. And you just want to press that in place with the iron. And then what you're going to do is bring this second side in to meet it. Now this doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. If your line was slightly off, it's not going to be a problem because this is going to be completely hidden. So just do this along the whole length of the strap, bringing both sides into the centre. And just make sure that they've got a nice neat match in the centre there, that they're not overlapping. Okay, so this is how your strap should be looking when it's done. So just set that aside and grab the other portion of your strap. So you're going to do the same thing here and mark it 1 inch in along the entire length of the strap. So this time I'm not going to press it with the iron. I'm going to use some double-sided tape instead. And I'm going to run it along the edge. So I'm going to start about 1 inch from the edge because we don't want to stick that last inch down. I'm just going to run it along the whole edge of this strap. Now, if you're using double-sided tape, just make sure it's the type of tape that you can sew through. Otherwise, you might prefer to use something like Fabri-Tac glue. Once you've got both sides done, you're just going to peel that off and fold the strap into that centre line again. So it's exactly like you did with your cotton, but you're just sticking it in place instead of pressing it. And again, this doesn't have to be absolutely perfect down the centre, it just needs to meet the other side. And that last inch is just going to be unstuck so we can sew the seams on later. So that's what it should look like when it's finished. Now, don't leave this for too long because generally I find if I leave it for more than an hour or so, it will unstick itself. And depending on the fabric you're using, you might want to clip it in place as well because it might come undone after some time. So the next thing I'm going to do is just prepare my foam for the inside. So this is an optional step, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these pieces together, just butt them up against each other and sew a zigzag stitch so that I can sew all of these together. So once my foam has come together, it's a total of 54 inches long so that it matches my cork length. So the next thing we're going to do is sew the cork and cotton together. So you want to grab 2 of the short ends and just match those up and clip them together. So you can see now why we didn't stick down that last inch of the cork strap. Now we're just going to sew across this seam with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Again, I'm going to be using a short stitch length, probably a 2.5 millimeter, and back stitch really well at the beginning and end. Okay, so now that that's sewn together, you want to press that seam open. And we're just going to fold these edges into that centre line again. I'll just put a clip there for a minute. So what we want to do to ensure we don't have any ends is put one of these swivel clasps on now. So make sure that like the head of the swivel clasp is on the right side of the fabric, if that makes sense. And when you pull this down, you're going to want it to sit right on that seam. So just make sure that everything is still folded in as you do this. Okay, and you want the seam on top of the D-ring. Sorry, on top of the swivel clasp. There we go. So I'm going to clip the rest of this into place. If you're not having foam, you just clip that together now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my foam in. So I'm just going to sneak it under here a little bit. I don't want it underneath the swivel clasp. I just want it up to the swivel clasp. So it might be a bit easier to use a bit of tape or glue at this point. But if you're using foam, just make sure that the foam is central on the strap. There we go. So I'm going to clip the rest of the strap together. So the wrong sides of the strap are together. The foam is in between if you're having it. And you just want to clip it down the entire length. Now you'll notice when you get to the end that the cotton is longer than the cork, and we need to join that on the other end. So when you get to the other end, just stop a little bit before you get to the very end of the straps. Now, when you're clipping your strap together, make sure that your cotton is nice and sort of tight. You can almost sort of pull it tight as you're clipping it into place, because your cotton will want to stretch a little bit, more so than your vinyl or cork usually. And you just want to make sure that it's not going to stretch when you're sewing it, but that you've got all the stretch out now. Okay, so that's clipped into place up to near the end. Now my foam is a little bit long, and really I want it to be shorter than my cork. So I'm just going to cut it down a little bit. So I just want to make sure it's not going to be in my seam, so that should do. Now, if you're using foam, you'll notice it is more complicated clipping it together and getting it to hold together. It's a bit of a faff, but I always have these foam offcuts lying around, so it's nice to be able to use them up. And having a nice spongy strap is actually quite a luxury. So that's why I've gone ahead and decided to do that. Now what we need to do is the same thing as before. We're going to place these short ends right sides together, and we're going to sew them together again. So I'm just going to sew across that seam with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, so now that's sewn, again you want to press that seam open so it lies nice and flat. And just fold the rest of that strap in. So I'll just put a couple of clips on there to hold that in place. Now you'll notice that the cotton is longer than the cork. That is supposed to be that way. And also, if you're using foam, that it doesn't come to the end. So what we're going to do later is fold that over the other swivel clasp. So that's why, sorry, not the swivel clasp, the slider. So that's why we've got that extra little bit of cotton there. It just makes it that little bit thinner, that bit easier to stitch and sew. So I'm just going to clip the end together there. Just make sure you've got a nice, neat finish with everything. You can see that mine's sticking out a bit there. There you go. Okay, so the next step is going to be to sew it all together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hump jumper up here so I can get really, really close to the swivel clasp. And I'm going to sew along all the edges Then I'm going to sew an extra couple of lines down the middle using a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. Okay, so that's what your finished strap should look like. Now, if you're using foam on the inside, it is considerably more difficult, especially to get the edges to line up perfectly, but it does give it this nice sort of sturdy feel to it, so it's quite nice. So I backstitched and I started on this end because this end is going to be hidden from view, so I don't mind if my backstitching is a little bit messy. So what we're going to do is we're going to fit the slider. So you just take this fore end and put it through the slider. Now I'm going to put my second swivel clasp on and make sure that that's on the top side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it back, and I've got to put it through my slider again underneath the first one. So I'm just going to pop that up there. And there you go, you want it to go over the middle bar again. So I'm just going to pull it back until that seam there is on the top. Okay, that's about right. So this folded back bit is all cotton, which means this is going to be so much easier to sew through because it's a lot less bulk. So I'm just going to sew that into place. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a box, and then I think I'll do an X as well. And what will happen afterwards is that will be hidden in between these layers, so you won't be able to see it most of the time. So I'm just going to sew that on. If you want to use some rivets, you could do that instead. Okay, so that's it once I've finished sewing that into place. If you use a zipper foot, you could do another line just up here, just to really hold it in place. But personally, I find it works just fine like this, not had any issues. And it just works great as a adjustable crossbody strap. So I hope you found this tutorial useful. If you have any questions at all, just drop them in the comments.